Great googly moogly Koopos, we're back and we have our tea here to continue our run of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles. Now, I did mention something last episode that I want to clear up, and that comes down to your guest units. Now, in the original version, you could change their jobs. In this version, you cannot, but we can change up their equipment. So I was half right there. I said you could change their equipment and their job, and no. It's just their equipment. Not a big deal, but something I want to clear up. There's nothing that we need to go over as far as our party composition. Everything is basically the same. We did make sure to give our white mage a cure ability this time around. Not going to be making that mistake again, but yeah, we can just head straight into the desert here, and then hopefully we get to rescue the Marquise. Or Marquis, I don't know. You can say it both ways, I'm pretty sure. It's one of those words where you can pronounce them both ways. But we're in the desert here, and for this battle here, for this encounter, we're going to take a look at the terrain real quick. We're going to move Ramza over a little bit. So if you're playing along, maybe do the setup that I'm working with here. And then we're going to put our knight down and then our black mage. Now, real quick, if we're looking at the map here, the enemies are all going to be inside these ruins here, but they only have 2 doorways. So our goal going into this is going to be to block them and then use our black mage to just absolutely nuke everything that's behind this wall. And then Ramza and the archer over there, they're going to have to do maybe a little bit of a brawling and scuffling because the archer only has a crossbow, which does not have that arcing effect.
About the order. They mean to finish us this time. I've heard. So what's to become of us?
So the corpse brigade here, they know they're kind of on the back foot of this rebellion. And so when you have your soldiers kind of questioning if they're going to keep fighting or even following their leader, not a good indication.
I say we forget this business and run. There's naught for it.
Agreed. If we follow Wheatgraf, he'll lead us only to our graves.
Yeah, so they're questioning Wheatgraf. He's the leader of the corpse brigade.
Aye, that much is plain. God's willing, Gustav's ransom of the Marquis will fatten our purses enough that we can quit this life for good and all.
They just want to be done with this, essentially. They're done fighting.
The order! They're here!
We must silence this watch before they can raise the alarm.
It's kind of funny that we're just going to come in here and essentially rout them. It's just like, these poor guys just want to get out of this war, and then we just show up and say, alright, we gotta kill these guys and continue on with our mission. These poor soldiers. Now, Delita and Argath here. Argath is doing what we want him to do, which is block that doorway. And that way everybody will kind of funnel in right there. So that's our plan. The knight, they're going to stop there. Now, as far as their party composition, this is the first time we're seeing monks. Monks are one of the best jobs in the game. They come with a very good skill set. Lucky for us, though, the AI doesn't usually utilize all of the job's potential. Or if they did, we'd be in a lot of trouble because monks, again, they're really good. They have a self-heal, they have a revive, they have a range attack, and they also have a line attack as well that are all really strong. So, thankfully, I think they'll just probably punch for Ramza here. He's just going to buff himself with some speed. I think for these fights, we will utilize the fast forward feature, if nothing, I would say, story heavy is going on. Because right now, we're just getting into position. And right here, we're perfect. So Argath going down and eventually dying in this fight, not a big deal. They just go into that KO state. The most important thing here is that we're blocking this doorway and then our black mage here. So we picked up Thundara, which is the second tier of Thunder. And it just does a lot more damage. And you can see on the left side there how quick we are casting it. Black mage spells definitely got buffed as far as how long it takes to cast them. Because before, they would take a little bit, they would take longer. This is just right after we cast it. This is amazing because this does so much damage.
Damn it.
I mean, Argath got hit for 67, but the other two, good chunks of damage, happened immediately. Black mages, guys, black mages, really strong, and strong the entire game too. But look, this is exactly what we planned out here. They're going to be getting stuck behind that Argath's body. There's only one way in, and then we're just going to keep just throwing lightning down at him. I wouldn't say this is a difficult fight, but maybe a little tricky if all those knights get up and around you, because knights are a very strong job in this class. People like to dunk on them, but again, they're my favorite job, and we'll kind of talk more about them when we get to more of building out our characters. And that's probably going to happen closer to chapter 2. Because we need to get the JP, which unlocks the job trees, which then we can grab abilities that we want. So it's a little bit of a process. Back our archer up here. Crossbows. I can't wait till we get a bow. I think we get a bow after this story mission, because you can see that their archer has a bow. I'm just not the biggest fan of crossbows. I like crossbows in other games, but in this one, no, I think the bow is just straight up better. But our knight can just sit here, block the door, and accumulate, so it's not like he's doing nothing. And even if Argath wasn't there, because knights have a shield, we have a 10% chance to block physical attacks over there on the right side. So just a really, really good just meat shield, essentially. And then, yep, like I said earlier, our black mage is just going to absolutely just... look at that. We can hit all 4 of them, and it's going to happen next turn. Beautiful. Black mages are amazing. Now I'm wondering... okay. Sometimes, it doesn't happen every time, but you saw earlier in the previous playthrough, sometimes they have chance for their spells. And it doesn't happen every time, but I don't want to fast forward past them, because the chance and when they call out their whatever spell they're doing, the writing for it is great. It's just like a little bit of fluff in the game that they got rid of in the War of the Lions version, and everybody hated it. So I'm really glad they brought it back, and so when it happens, I don't want to miss it, essentially. Ramza got a job level for knight. Ramza, we're probably going to switch into a monk, just because we already have a knight. Ramza's just kind of going to float around as far as what he is going to be for a job, because there's some key abilities and like a setup that we want to get before some very dicey situations in chapter 2 and chapter 3 notably. But don't worry, we'll make sure everybody's Ramza is basically set up to handle himself in some potentially 1v1 situations. But oh, look at him. I kind of feel bad for him, because they're just kind of stuck here, and then we're just going to blast them. Now the knight's going to go over there, but that's not a big deal. Auto potion, going to keep us healed. Not necessary for us to bring a healer just yet. I do like to have a healer on my team. It's just right now with our party formations, for most of chapter 1, we're only going to be able to have Ramza plus 3 generics. And we have 4 generics, so somebody's always getting left out. So you might want to do some random battles to get that person who's left out. Make sure they're like on level with the rest of your party, because eventually you are going to, want to use a full team. It's just right now in chapter 1, we have guest characters. But now it's given, because we've handled that side so well, and Ramza and the archer, our archer friend there, took down the other side. Now Ramza's coming up behind to flank him, and this battle's basically over. Delita, he's probably just gonna chill there. I would love if we could level up Delita in an easier, more efficient way, but he's just kind of probably gonna stick around level 2. Oh man, okay, well, we are out of MP, which, that's fine. We can just sit here and accumulate now. Ramza's gonna be able to clean them up with the help of our archer, who's gonna get in there, but every turn we've been doing accumulate when you have nothing to do. Get behind the knight. Always get behind the knights. He's weak, and then our own knight can get in there and finish off their knight. 87% chance.
I'm not defeated. Leave it to me.
Perfect. And then finally Delita getting in there. Black Mage already done so much for this fight here. And that should be it.
I can't go on. I feel
Level 7.
stronger. These sand rats are long in the slain. It is well no others have found us while we tarried here.
Let's see who the biggest contributor was. No surprise, it was lettuce. Great vegetable, by the way. Not really, but healthy. Now this is one of the best scenes in the game.
You've taken leave of your senses, Gustav. Have I? What hope does your fool revolution hold?
So this is straight up insubordination, almost like a mutiny.
Dreams do not fill a man's stomach or make soft the packed earth on which he beds.
You see naught beyond the end of your nose. The crown strays, Gustav. It must be led back onto the path.
So Weegriff here still believes that the crown can be righted, that they can fix this situation between basically upper class nobility and then the common folk, middle, lower class.
And you think yourself the man to do this? More fool you, Weegraf.
You have spoken your fill. Then we are done.
This Weegraph is such a badass. Little tidbit, in the OG version on the older TVs, the colors would bleed, and so it looked like a lot more blood in the scene. And ever since, you know, we've upgraded our televisions, kind of cleaned up the colors where the bleed doesn't happen. And I always thought that they kind of took out the blood, kind of censored it, but the blood was actually never there in the first place. It was just how those colors, and that it would like bleed that red color, and so it did look like blood. But that was never actually the intention of the developers. But I kind of miss all like the blood that you would think would come out of that.
Weegraph! The Marquis!
No further. You vermin!
Stay yourself, Argath.
The Marquis is unharmed. You are free to return him to Egros.
Weegraph just sitting here cleaning up, you know, his own mess, his own people.
Why release him?
The Marquis's abduction was ill done. Such craven methods serve not our ends. Let me walk free, and I will release the Marquis to your care. A fair bargain.
I think it's a fair bargain. You know, Weegraph there is trying to uphold the ideals of the Corpse Brigade, at least what they were intended to be doing, which is again fighting just nobility and doing it on a somewhat honorable grounds.
You mock us. You are in no position to bargain.
Argath, he's got a little bit of a temper.
Enough, Argath. He speaks the truth.
Put your backs to that wall. Give me no cause to doubt your sincerity.
Oh.
There's Elmdor there. He's alive.
Let him go, Argath.
Why do you stay me?
The Corpse Brigade is finished, in any case. There is naught to be gained by a quarrel here.
See, Delita's already come to the conclusion that we kind of talked about earlier, where the Corpse Brigade, they're done. Their people are, you know, you have insubordination, you have people who basically want to desert the cause, that are just looking to get money, and then to just move far away. So their cause is basically, it's over. They'll self-implode.
The Marquis is well. He is weak, but he would seem unharmed.
We must see him back to Egros.
Mission complete. We did it. So Egros is one of those places that you actually visit quite often. So we're going to head back there. Random encounter, but guess what? We can just stick straight to the story here and flee. Back to the castle we go.
What madness possessed you that you would abandon your posts to traipse about the desert? Silence is not the answer I seek. Speak, and be quick with it.
Dystar does not seem like a brother that likes to have people go behind his back, especially maybe his younger bastard brother.
'Twas I forced Ramza to go.
Was that the way of it, Ramza? Delita led your better judgment astray?
No. I went of my own choosing. The fault lies not with him.
'Tis Ramza's noble disposition that guides his tongue, my lord. It is not as he...
You needn't be false on my behalf, Delita. It was I who chose to disregard orders.
Might I pose a question, Ramza? What purpose do laws serve when even those who would enforce them choose not to pay them heed? Adherence to the rule of law is a knight's solemn duty. It falls upon us as bailiffs to bear the burden of example. Is it your intent to live up to your name? Or to drag it with you through the mire?
Seems like a lot of Ramza's motivation is to live up to, you know, his house's name, his dad's reputation and legacy. And it's funny that Dystar is sitting here reprimanding him.
Forgive me, Lord Brother.
I believe the point is made, is it not, Dice Dog?
Who be that?
You must not allow the how of it to steal your eyes away from the what. Their rescue of the Marquis was no small feat.
I love this guy's his facial hair and then his bowl cut. It's like straight up. You guys ever seen The Duel? Ben Affleck. It's kind of the look he has. It's so ridiculous, but it's very very medieval.
It is the way of young men to be impetuous in their haste to do great things. Were we not like them once?
I would love a prequel to this game during the 50-year war where we have a younger Dice Star and then this guy, just kind of see what they were doing.
To coddle them is to do them disservice, Your Grace. They must needs learn integrity.
So, you are Count Dicedog's younger brother. Rise, son of Galleon.
So this is Duke Larg. He is the current queen's brother.
Indeed, you are the very image of Barbeneth. His fire burns in your eyes, I can see it. Such strength and vitality would be wasted atop castle walls.
He just kind of sounds evil. I'll say that about the voice acting.
Our campaign against the Corpse Brigade draws near its end. I will permit you to join in the final stage.
Oh boy, we get to go to war.
Coordinated strikes are to be made on a number of their dens ere long. You will lead one of those assaults.
All right.
Very well, Lord Brother.
My apologies, Your Grace.
It was not of your doing, Dicedog. In truth, it serves only to show the caliber of man we were dealing with in Gustav. A change in plans was inevitable, once the fool went and staged the kidnapping within our very borders.
So, these two worked or hired or bought off Gustav to basically stage the kidnapping. To what ends, though?
And let us not forget, they did save the Marquis's life. He will now be honor-bound to acquiesce.
Because if they want to kill the Marquess, they could have just hired Gustav to kill him, but they didn't. So a little bit of political intrigue going on here.
In the end, your half-brother's deeds have placed us in quite the favorable position.
The king's life hangs by a thread. We must move quickly now.
So the current king, not doing so hot.
Indeed, my dear friend. I trust you will not fail me.
So they're plotting something, or they're setting pieces on a chessboard and kind of readying themselves for something, for maybe the king's passing, something like that. Now we do have new equipment. Let's quickly go to our party menu here. Ramza, yes. I already said we are going to make a monk. Now seems like a great time to do it. I said already I wasn't going to be using the deluxe edition stuff. But we do need to go buy a cloak for him really quick. So let's go do that. And then let's upgrade our... We got a new rumor. You can tell by the blue blip there. And yeah, you can read about the king's condition right here. Kind of goes over what we already talked about. Outfitter wise, we're just gonna go to the fitting room. Damon is our only knight. We're gonna equip him with the best stuff. And then we will move on over to the other store, which has more of the cloth stuff for mages and something like thieves. Their outfits, and then obviously monk here as well.
May I be of by all means.
Unfortunately, that the academy cloak there, that is the best thing for Ramza here. Oh, we do not have a lot of money. I'm just looking at our funds here. We got to be kind of careful. A little bit of I guess bonus information here. If you look at the art style for the armor over there, that is straight up from Final Fantasy XIV. And those the developers of this game are the same ones that run Final Fantasy XIV. That's the MMO version of Final Fantasy. And so they're just using the same assets, not assets, but the art from Final Fantasy XIV and putting them into in this game here, which is kind of funny because Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of influence from Tactics, so it's kind of like going full circle in like the Ivalice Alliance umbrella that is at Square Enix here. But we'll just grab one leather plate for now, just to give Ramza here, so he doesn't use the Academy cloak. And then I did spot that, yes, he had this ring on, so we're gonna take this ring off, and let's go out buy him a pair of boots. Even though boots are pretty expensive, but I also think, yes, we got capes. Capes are great, guys. It adds evasion for both physical and magical attacks. Now the drawback is you don't have as much movement, and movement is always just really good. But we'll grab one cape to give to our knight, and then the last thing I just want to make sure that we grab is a bow, because as much as crossbows are cool, I prefer the bow in this game. And then so let's grab one of those. Yep, there's one. We are slightly running out of gil because we are not doing any sort of grinding. And then any ability wise, anything that we learned here for our archer, we are saving until we get concentrate here, which we should have by after the next battle. But concentrate here will completely ignore anybody's evasion stats. Really good. There's a great support ability there. Our Black Mage, we're already good to go. We did unlock Time Mage. We'll talk a bit more about jobs next video. Let's just get straight into the story because these missions can take a while. So right into the next fight. I'm wondering, I'm thinking what should our party composition be? Obviously we should take, I think we'll take our archer. We will take our Black Mage, of course.
My turn, is it?
And then we're gonna bring our White Mage out as well. I think we'll be good. We can take a look at the terrain real quick. Kind of similar to last map, they have this ruins here, and it's pretty well fortified. If they had some archers or some spellcasters, might be a little tricky because you saw what we did in our last fight where we absolutely decimated the enemy with some Black Mages.
We have lost contact with the others. I fear this may be the end for us.
Maluda. Again, these brigands, these corpse brigade soldiers, kind of harping on about what all of them are been talking about, which is this fight's not going so well.
Do not say that. The battle is not yet over.
We mustn't give in to despair. The nobles must answer for all they've wrought.
It ought not to have been like this. My brother was too soft, too indecisive.
So her brother,
The enemy!
probably the leader of the corpse brigade, which means Maluda there is Wiegraf's sister.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for rescuing the Marquis. I pray I am able to repay it, even a little, by aiding you in this.
So in missions where we have one target to take down for victory, most of the time it is probably the best to focus fire.
How can you nobles live as you do and yet hold your head so high? We are not chattel. We are humans, no less than you. What flaw do you hold there to be in us? That we were born between a different set of walls? Do you know what it means to hunger? To sup for months on naught but broth of bean?
Broth of bean! I'm not even sure what kind of dish that is. I mean, depending on the bean, that could be good.
While you wage your wars that you might grow fat, we are made to starve. You call us thieves, but it is you who steal from us the right to live.
So she's just arguing the fact that, hey, we're all humans here, and we're basically equal.
You, no less human than we? Now there's a beastly thought.
Argath is such an asshole.
You've been less than we from the moment your base-born father fell upon your mother in whatever gutter saw you sired. You've been chattel since you came into the world, drenched in common blood.
By whose decree? Who decides such foul and absurd things?
'Tis heaven's will.
Heaven's will? You would pin your bigotry on the gods. No god would fain forgive such sin, much less embrace it. All men are equal in the eyes of the gods.
Men, yes, but the gods have no eyes for chattel.
If you're questioning, why is Argath in our party? This guy's a dick. You'd be right.
Ramza, is this woman truly our enemy?
Delita has the right of it. This girl just wants to be treated like a human being, and that's what she's fighting for. So, like, why don't we kind of share those same ideals?
There's no other way.
There's no other way. Luda there, she is very tanky and tough. We gotta be careful around her. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little tailwind. And we don't want to get too far ahead. Kind of want Delita and Argath to be our meat shield. We're definitely our spellcasters. And now we have a an archer as well, with a bow, which means they have much better range capabilities. So their white mages have black magic, which makes sense because both have a high magic stat in general. So having your secondary job as either one is a very powerful combination. Access to white magic, access to black magic. It's kind of an all-in-one package. The only thing that is kind of a bummer, not a bummer, but to balance the scale this early in the game is we don't have that much MP. So it's not like you can be slinging spells left, right, and center.
Come on.
Now I'm wondering how much damage we can do to their white mage there who is casting, or if we can even get into position. If we get up here, a little bit in elevation. I'm just trying to stay at a very safe distance. I know if we commit this far, we can hit her. 25, that's half her health. That's pretty good. I think we'll be able to snipe her before she gets that spell off. No, okay, we won't be able to, but we'll be able to deal with her nonetheless. I just don't want to kill Argath or Delita with a spell at the moment. Go here, cast Thunder like this. Oh man, she's going to be hanging on by a thread. We'll do that. Cast a hair, and then because their priest is targeting our black mage. I wonder if we would just want to preemptively cure, because you can kind of look at the turn order there where they're going to cast Thunder, we're going to cast Thunder, and then our cure would go off. The only thing is, we're probably going to proc auto potion, but if we don't, we'll just kind of use it as an insurance policy.
We're in it together.
Protect, that's going to basically give them higher defense against physical attacks. So it doesn't help against magic. That spell would be Shell.
This should work.
32. Okay, proc auto potion there. They ended up just doing only 2 damage to us.
I let my guard down.
Now we just need somebody
I'm just getting started.
to give her a little bit of a tap. That heal, completely unnecessary. But we did get a little experience out of it, so there we go. Okay, Ramza can get in there.
It's
KO,
over.
nice. Oh, that scream. There's Maluda. Pummel. That's a monk ability, and it has a damage range, as in it's not whatever you see as far as the indicator that it says it's going to do damage. It'll have a little up arrow and down arrow, and that means that the damage can vary. Pummel's one of those abilities that's like, oh man, it can do so much damage, but also it can hit like a wet noodle sometimes. I don't like to use it. Too random for me.
Just try and stop me.
I see what that. Okay, so maybe that white mage doesn't have any black magic. And they obviously don't have the raise ability, or else they'd be picking up their other white mage. We do have our our archer here. Obviously, the best position for our archer would be somewhere on the high ground where they can just keep sniping. But we're never really afforded a position like that. We're always put like on the low ground most of the time. I'm just wondering who she should target, because if we try to hit Maluda there, we only have a 62% chance. That's not great. But everybody else, 32% chance, that's not great either. 66. When we get concentrate, we're going to have so much better accuracy, and it's going to be much easier for us to be hitting our targets. I'm going to try to hit Maluda there, and then we're just going to keep giving ground. We want to make sure that our back line stays strong. Thundar. Perfect. So we can just nuke this area. None of them are gonna have their turns, and then we can just safely back up, and we're good to go. Now Delita is down. Do I have Raise? I do have Raise. And I don't necessarily, I'm not using Delita again for his damage. It's not very good. But I do want him as a target. Ooh, there's only a 51% chance there. That's not very high. We only have 75% Zodiac Synergy. We're just gonna risk it anyways. We really don't have anybody we want to heal. Very fast raise, by the way. And we miss. Son of a gun. Thundar, though. Bop. Bop. Oh, so much damage. Really good. Turn. Now we can go in there and finish off the white mage. This fight's going well. This can be a tough fight.
There's no other way.
But everything's kind of going in our favor. Oh god.
Is this where I die?
Did more damage than it was gonna say. Son of a gun. Alright, so now, because they just took out our healer, we put her way too close.
For that.
And she just got one shot. The plan going now is just Maluda. Everybody just target Maluda. Argath didn't get the memo. But they don't have any more healers. So if we can just take her down, that'll be that. And these thieves, not necessarily worried about them. Should be hitting her in the back for 14. That's fine. Blink her down. We can probably keep him here, because even if the thief gets on us, we'll be fine. Perfect. This should do another chunk. This might just one-shot her. The only thing we don't want to move. So you can see in water there, right above me, the submerge level. If you're ever in a depth of 2, your character will just straight up stop. If we're charging a spell, that'll stop as well. Whenever you see 2, do not move into those areas. Always stay in the 1. You'll be safe in the 1. You'll still be able to do exactly what you want. We don't even need to move here, but just in case for later on when there's more water terrain, keep an eye out for that. 79, pretty good. Nice. Okay. Bop. Easy peasy. Hey, we got an achievement. Cool.
Lay down your sword. Resist us not, and your life will yet be spared.
So something that maybe we should address now, or that you're going to see, later on, is Ramza doesn't want to kill any of these people, and he just wants to essentially like rout them. So even though we're defeating these characters in these battles, I like to think that Ramza's actually really is just knocking them out and then either letting them go, or just not killing them essentially. Because he's not a murderer. He's not like a mercenary just looking to spill blood, like, or have the disposition of like Argath there, where he doesn't think of these people as humans.
I'm no more than chattel to you, am I? So have my head and be done with it.
Do you truly hold us to be so foul?
Do it, Ramza. She fights as a corpse. Let her become one in truth. She's a foe and a traitor, an enemy of House Beoulve. The world has no place for such wretches. Her claim to life is forfeit. Spare her now, and you place your seal on the warrants for our own deaths.
He needs to chill.
It's her or us, Ramza. Strike her down!
Try as I might, Ramza, I cannot think this woman our enemy.
Have you lost your wits?
She is no more chattel than you or I.
You would turn against our cause, Delita.
I should have expected as much.
You deny me even the mercy of an honourable death. Pox on you and your pity. So long as you bear the name Beoulve, you will ever remain an enemy to me. You do well to remember that.
So she's already kind of drawn her line in the sand as far as friend and foe. It's just straight up, you're a noble, especially if you're Ramza's family. You're my enemy. We're not talking anymore. We'll always just fight. Ramza, being a little more of a idealist, thinks that we can figure it out, we can talk it out.
Delita? What have we done?
And they did just let go of somebody who literally just said, next time I see you, I will kill you.
A pox on your pity indeed.
Torgath, you're such a dick. And if you're boiling over about... Oh, hang on. Got a cutscene?
No! I won't go!
Sorry, teacher, I cut you off there. There's trouble afoot.
Be quick about it.
Let go of me! Help! Zalbag!
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Time to cut my losses.
Now, interestingly enough, Zalbag in that cutscene cutscene where he's using his sword, it's a different sword than the original version. I think the original version he has the ancient blade, and yes, the pixel swords. You can tell the difference. And I think there he was holding the Save the Queen. So we'll see if he's using that sword later on.
Are you unhurt?
So they attacked their house.
Yes, but Tetra...
Yes, I know. Lord Brother!
Worry not. I am fine. Alma, are you all right?
They did not harm me, but you're bleeding.
In no fevered dream would I have thought the brigade so bold to strike us here. They must have come for me.
It's kind of like when you back an animal into a corner and they're very unpredictable. That's kind of what the Corpse Brigade just did here as far as this stunt and attacking, at Ikros Castle.
5 among our guard are slain, and Tetra taken. Like as not to ease their escape.
Find them. Search every den and dovecot if you must.
Please, brother, you mustn't speak.
Accursed rebels.
Dice dog!
Ooh.
Someone! Anyone!
So did they just murder our brother there, our Lord Brother? Now before we go to that cutscene, go ahead and head to our menu.
Need something?
And let's go ahead and just take all the equipment off of Argath. Our kill is just, hard to come by in these times, and he's kind of a dick. We don't really see eye to eye with Argath.
I'm told you handled your duties most efficiently.
Okay, Dice Star seems to be okay.
Leave the aftermath in our brother's capable hands, and take a much-deserved rest. You've done well. Fear not for me. My wounds are not as grave as they might seem.
Lord Brother, what of Tetra?
The Order of the Northern Sky will begin a full-scale assault on the brigade as soon as their garrison is found.
But...
The enemy is routed. Even counting those fled, less than 100 of their number remain. Their leader yet eludes us. But time grows short for Weegraf foals.
And for Tetra as well. You would leave her to her fate.
Remember, Tetra and Delita kind of grew up with them, so kind of like a sister to them.
I have taken measures to ensure Titra's well-being. The attack waits upon her safe return, however long that may take. Titra is as a sister to me. I would never turn my back on her.
Just the way he says it, I don't believe you, bro.
Think matters through, Delita. Where would you even go? You must calm yourself.
Now, up to this point, Delita's been very calm, cool, logical, very well informed. And now we might start to see those, you know, those foundations of him kind of crumble a little bit or start to crack.
Calm myself. My only sister is taken by cutthroats, and you would have me calm?
I would have you obey reason. We know not where to begin. To search now would be fruitless.
Fruitless? You speak of my sister's life!
Obviously, as would be expected, Delita really loves his sister.
You heard my lord brother. He said he would not abandon her. But there's little we can do. Delita, I cannot breathe.
Voice acting, so good.
Forgive me, Ramza. Are you all right?
I'll be fine.
I'd not believe a word of that fairy tale if I were you.
And this asshole comes in.
You call my brother a liar?
I do. I would not go out of my way to rescue some common maid.
This guy is just... he's something else, that's for sure.
What did you say?
I said he would be a fool to hold back an army for fear of spilling a few drops of your common blood.
Why, you...
Ooh!
Stop this, Delita!
The Argath punch. That's, that always feels good to watch.
Release me! Damn you, Ramza! Release me!
It's as I've always said. Common blood, common man. You don't belong in our world. You should be licking our boots with the rest of your ilk, churl.
This is why we took all the stuff off of Argath. There's kind of no coming back from as far as with our party because we just...
That does it.
We don't see eye to eye anymore.
Enough, Delita. And you as well, Argath.
Open your eyes, Ramza. Delita is not one of us. It isn't proper that you should mix with such as he. Surely you see that.
Delita is my friend, and a dear one. We've been as brothers all our lives.
Literally, Argath is like, if you're not noble and you don't have noble blood, you're not even human to them. You're just somebody that looks upon them and you just use them as like things, as property almost.
And that blinds you to the truth. You're a man grown, Ramza. It's time you left the playthings of your boyhood behind. You are a son of House Beoulve. A birth high even among the highborn. Such company ill suits you. Your brothers see this, I am sure. Even if you choose not to.
Not everyone of high birth is as ill-bred as you. I'll trust to Ramza's judgment.
Be gone from my sight, and do not think to return.
Your words cut deep, Ramza. Are we not friends?
No, bro, we're not friends.
Remove yourself. I'll not ask again.
He's such a pompous asshole.
The brigade makes its base at Sietch. Your lord brother told me himself. You've no hope of reaching the fortress from the fore. Their defenses are too strong. A rear assault is your only chance. Best of luck, my soft-hearted friend. You'll need it.
It's interesting that he gives us this information. So he's helping us out. He's giving us a lead.
Be gone.
A lead. Still a dick, though. Out of our party. Yes, departure. See you, bud, and I took all your stuff with me, so you're not taking that with you. So this very much, these last missions here, this will conclude Chapter 1. We're going to do one more battle. I think it's all we're going to have time for. But we are going to stop here for a bit.
Beautiful, isn't it? Do you think Teacher might be watching this same sunset?
Don't worry, Delita. I am sure she is well.
Something's been bothering me. For some time now.
Argath's words trouble you, do they not?
There are things beyond the power of our changing, try though we might.
Do not say that. If a thing can be endeavored, it can be done.
It's just ironic that Ramza is saying that again. He's very highborn, so that's kind of true for him.
Will Endeavor grant me an army, Ramza? I would save Teacher with these hands if such were in my power. But I cannot. 'Tis my meager lot in this life.
Kind of refers back to the title of this chapter, which is The Meager.
Ramza, do you remember when your father showed us how to make a whistle of a blade of grass?
Now this is one of the cutscenes. This is an in-game one, but they have redone it to that artistic intro style. And so you can watch that one with the same voice acting in the Chronicle here. If you go back to events,
let us trace the journeys.
We go all the way down.
Shaped history.
Blades of Grass. If you play this, you'll see that scene in more of a cinematic instead of a cutscene.
Safe travels.
But I kind of like the in-game cutscenes. But we got one more battle here. And I think now we will have access to our full party because Argath is gone. Yep, we can place up to 5 units. We can use our full squad. It's about damn time. Now, our archer here. Quickly look at his job. Yes. Okay, we have enough for concentrate. We did remember to put it on. And so now we will basically have 100% chance to hit.
Just try and stop me.
Our Black Mage already set up, good to go.
Ready.
Knight, he's good. He just whack. And then our White Mage, they have Cure and they have Raise. They're good as well. We just need to kind of protect our White Mage a little bit better.
To battle.
They guard this way as well.
Well,
no route is left for us out of these highlands.
This didn't take long to run back into her.
Then let us lower our weapons and raise the white banner.
If I'm to die, I'd sooner do so swinging a sword than swinging from the gallows. I'll not be led away in chains.
So she's not going to run. She wants to basically have a warrior's death. Defeat Miluta. So this is kind of similar to the first time we met her, where we just want to focus her down if we can. You'll notice there's a new job in this fight as well. Time Mage.
Where is Wiegrath? What have you done with Teacher?
Teacher? That Beowulf girl Gragorov took hostage.
So they think Teacher's nobility and worth something, which, I mean, she's a human, so she's worth something, but as far as the class system here, not going to get a whole lot for her ransom.
Teacher is my sister, no more a Beowulf than you.
Please, she's no value as a hostage. Return her, I beg you!
Return your sister? As you nobles return what you take from us? Our lives, our dignity, and all else that you have claimed as your own? We ask nothing more than that you return to us what is ours by right. But you deny us even that. You take and take until there is naught left.
Kind of just harping on what she was talking about earlier, which is just treat us like people, give us the essentials, and like everything will be groovy, but kind of gone too far now.
And you wonder why we take up arms against you? Why we struggle, though it cost us our lives? Save your high-born breath. Your words are wind, and no amount of howling will see your sister free.
But I am not your enemy.
She is for this fight, so you're gonna have to fight. Let's see here. Always just opening up with Tailwind. Even 1 speed, by the way, is a pretty big difference as far as the turn order. So it's always worth it. We're just gonna wait here because we want them to come to us because they have a few spellcasters back there.
Other way.
Couple black mages that could be quite troublesome. They're knights. I'm not really worried about them. So those black mages. Time mages are kind of a support utility job where they will be giving their allies haste and then slowing us down. Ooh, Fire. So they have the second tier of fire magic. I wonder if we'll be able to snipe him before he gets that off. Now let's show off the difference between our archer now. Obviously, the black mage there is casting a spell, so of course we can hit him. But Rebecca there, 100% chance there, and that's because we put on concentration. Love it. Oh, okay. So we can't hit Meluda because this guy is in the way, and obviously we're on the low ground, so you really can't. We can't arch our arrow shot to hit him. We're just gonna hit the black mage. Ooh, crit. Nice. Love it. And then maybe, just maybe, it's a little bit of a risky maneuver there, putting our black mage so close. Ooh, okay. We can get our spell off before they get theirs off. I'm just looking at how much damage we're going to do everybody else, but 32 damage is going to take him out. Beautiful. And we want to get our knight up there, but obviously we don't want to run into our own spell. So we'll just move him into position. And accumulate. Obviously it's giving us 1 physical attack. That's great for a knight, even though I think they nerfed how much damage we do with our physical attacks. That's just an observation I've kind of been making. We go Thunder though. Bop, bop, bop.
I let my guard down.
Now when you're making a black mage, they have like the 3 elements. Ice, fire, and thunder. There are plenty of things in the game that absorb fire and then even ice. I just find thunder does usually like the most damage, and there's not that many enemies that will absorb it. But you can choose any of them, and then it'd be fine. I just like going with thunder there. We're gonna wait 1 more turn. We're really bumping up Ramza's speed here, so when he gets in there, he's gonna be an absolute monster. Delete is going full force in.
I mustn't fall. Our struggle is not yet won.
Luda, she's a diehard for the cause, but it looks so bleak. It would just be better for her to put down her arms, but she's not gonna do that. 42 damage, and we didn't proc auto potion. Luckily, we do have our white mage. Another 42 damage. God, they're hitting hard. And this black mage is... Oh boy. Okay.
I've got work to do.
Oh god. Our archer's gone. That's okay though. Really, again, the MVP of our party is the black mage.
This is going well.
My apologies.
Yeah, that was quite the cast there. Although they do their own guy too. 35 damage or 38 damage. That's good enough. Really just gonna target her now. We can get a back shot on her. 29 damage. Even though we're gonna get hit by our own Thunder Spell, not too worried about it. Now if we raise him, only 47% chance. Jeez, oh Pete, she needs higher faith. We raise our archer here, they're just gonna die to our Thundara. So not worth using that spell on them. Cure, on the other hand, give Ramza a little bit of health, give our White Mage a little health.
Why this struggle? Does your cause truly demand such bloodshed?
I mean, Ramza, again, good heart, wants to talk things out still thinks there's an option for diplomacy, but he also is a little naive.
Have we wronged you? If we are the reason for your suffering, what would you have us do? I wish to understand it. What fuels your hatred?
Vilest are they who knowingly grease the wheel of our oppression. Still, it is enough that you can stand before me in ignorance. You may not see the world beyond your high walls, but that does not mean they mark its boundaries. It may well be you've done no wrong, but it is your place in the world that drives my hatred on. You bear the name Beoulve, and that name is my enemy.
Not talking her down from this one.
Right.
So if we can get a hit with Ramza here, I think that'll be GG. 69%, nice.
Not good.
All right, that's a victory there. I swear, White Mages are more useful than how I've been showing them later on. Bop, bop, bop. God, just nuking my own people.
I am a soldier of the Corpse Brigade. I will not turn and run.
Lay down your weapon, Meluda. The battle is lost. Sheathe your blade and let us talk. Surely we can find some common ground. I will speak to my brother, even Duke Larg himself. You must trust me.
Were you to lend an ear? What then? Highborn or no, a lone cub cannot set the world aright by his mewling.
I like how Ramza, when he's talking to her, she's saying like we. Obviously, he's talking about, you know, the Order, his brothers. He's representing them. But does Ramza really have much say or sway within the Order against his brother's will, against Duke Larg? And no, not really. I think Ramza's under the impression that they kind of share his ideals as well. It's just not the case.
You have been blind to our woes since the day you were born. What hopes have you of easing them? If you wish to ease aught, it is your own conscience, your shame for having your naivety laid bare.
She's basically calling out Ramza for like, you do not know how the world has been working.
And so you offer us pity for all the good it will do our cause. Nay, I will not be taken by your honeyed words. I have heard my share of noble lies. I'll hear no more.
My words are not false. I wish to help. I truly do. Mayhap I am powerless, as you say. But ere you continue on this bloody path, will you not consider another? Work together with me. Or even use me if you'd rather. I ask only that you try for peace.
I wonder if he's like saying like, take me as a hostage, as a bargaining piece, if that's what he's meaning right here.
Work together, you say? Do not make me laugh.
You'll notice that in the OG version that you would miss out on dialogue if you would end the fight too soon. And in Ivalice Chronicles here, they will go through all of their major dialogue before the fight will end.
To utter those words and be deaf to the arrogance in them. You truly are a high-born cub. You will never change. For that, I pity and despise you. Forgive me, brother.
I like Maluda. She's a good character.
Why? Why must it end like this?
So, just kind of like how Delita's foundation cracking a bit, so too is Ramza's, as far as what he thought he knew, maybe not what reality is.
What am I doing? What have I become?
Both of them are kind of like in a self-reflection crisis mode. I knew who did the most contribution. It was lettuce. Great vegetable. Alright, that is where we're going to stop today. We have 2 more fights. Now, before we go, we are level 7 and 6. This would be the time, if you're not level 10, I would stop and go grind out some levels to be level 10. So that is what I'm going to be doing off screen, essentially. So when we come back, all my characters will be at level 10 or level 9, somewhere around there. That is where you want to end chapter 1. But yeah, that's it so far, guys. If you have any questions or just want to point out some fun things and what you're doing in the game, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Peace, take care.